human being is a little bit different than the other animals. In the animal world, we don't have that armor like a turtle has to protect itself. We don't have the speed and agility that some animals have to get their way out of danger, in a quick way by running or maneuvering from danger. We don't have venom like a scorpion or a snake or a spider. And a little lizard. But we have this frontal cortex that is huge compared to the animals in the animal world. So that is our defense mechanism, the brain, the thinking power that we have. And that's wonderful that we can think our way out of a situation. We can fix things, by thinking of them in a very mechanical way, critical thinking, and we can get ourselves out of danger. We can we can dodge the draft by coming up with different ways to run from danger. I'm just thinking of the draft dodgers of the Vietnam era. And we have this brain that is our fight or flight mechanism. And we can use it because we have this soft skin, and without it we're quite vulnerable to harm. We can build protection, we can build a house to protect us and all of these things. But in addition, our thinking brain can cause a great deal of suffering for us. The suffering that we deal with is a little bit different, for a human than it is for an animal. We might see, I have a bird feeder, and I watch these birds get in a fight about whose food is whose, and then just a half a minute later they're fine. They don't dwell on the fight that they had, the little ruffling. The cats are the same way. We have a couple of cats that fight each other a little bit, nothing serious, but then they're fine. After the little spat, they're fine. Everything is back to normal. But we humans can hold grudges. We can hold, basically we hold on to these difficulties, and we allow them to revisit our mind. And we have to be able to find a way in order to be a little more healthy, to be able to turn this off. That's one of the problems that humans have. We don't trust that if we step away from this, that everything's going to be okay. And we have to have that trust. We have to have that the feeling that everything is all right if we step back. And that stepping back is very important for us. Stepping back from the idea that we have to be on guard all the time. We have to be thinking in such a way that we can protect ourselves and our loved ones. And how do we do that? That's the question. We even during our sleeping, our times that we're asleep, the mind is very busy, dreaming and things like this. And during the day, our minds are always quite busy. So we can have practices such as meditation, but unless we practice about an hour, at least an hour a day, any kind of meditation helps, but if we practice meditation an hour a day on a regular basis, we can see vast improvements on our ability to shut down this critical thinking mind. And the reason that we want to do this is not only in our meditation, but we want to be able to do it in our everyday living, the times that we need it the most in our everyday life. So when I'm hiking now, in most respects, it's a good time to practice to being in this presence, this stillness. And the meditation is like the testing ground for this. It's like the cultivation of this stillness. And so meditation is very important, but there's three areas of mind. That one of them is the critical thinking mind, the working, or not the working mind, but the mind that is causing many of our problems, the inability to let these things go. And we have to trust that letting these things go and stepping back is favorable, that it's healthy for us. And there's the other part of the mind, that the working mind, what I call the working mind, that we use it for everyday problem solving. Like, where's the nearest restroom? How do I find food? How do I express my love towards somebody or myself, or these basic things that are a part of living. But to be able to shut down the critical mind is very important. And then of course there's the subconscious mind, where the thinking and the storage of all the thoughts and all the experience that we have are stored within the body through the subconscious. Subconscious also keeps the body functioning, keeps the heart beating, keeps us breathing, whether we are paying any attention to it breathing or not. And so within this ability to shut down, so to speak, shut down this critically active thinking is very important. And it's one of the key factors is acceptance in the moment. Acceptance that everything is going to be fine without this constant thinking, this constant worrying, this restlessness of the mind, and restlessness of the body as well. Meditation is a training ground for that. Outside of meditation, we can practice it by just allowing ourselves to notice anything that gets sticky within the mind, and to be able to let that go. We can practice that at all moments. We might use the aid of the breath, using the breath as a object of concentration or focus. Keep bringing ourselves back to the breath and noticing what pulls our attention away from the breath. So the same way we practice this in our formal meditation practice, we can be doing this on a daily basis. You might try it in moments where, like you're waiting at a red light in your car. That's a couple of minutes, and see how it feels. Or try it right now. You can still listen to me and watch this without having any kind of this critical thinking going on. And if people would do this and learn to trust it and learn to accept everything as it is in this moment without feeling fear that something's going to go wrong, or anger about something that happened. Airplane. And I think in doing so, people will be much happier beings. I think that it can't help but allow a person to be happy. The mind gets in the way of our happiness, unfortunately. And that's how we suffer differently than animals, by just the thinking alone. To remember that the past contains our anger and the future contains our fear. And to see how the mind goes back and forth to these areas. Try to keep it very present and still. Once we find that presence, become very still mentally and allow yourself to rest in that. Very important. I hope this helps. And sorry for the get up and everything here. I'm hiking and it's 105 degrees here in Phoenix. It's beautiful though. Here, I'll show you. Thanks for watching. And hey, please subscribe to the YouTube channel here. And remember that we have a live stream of meditations every Wednesday evening. We're trying to remind people that they can benefit from these, and hopefully more people will tune in. So again, thank you for watching. Hope this helps.